Today is the 23rd of March 2023 and I'm off on holidays now for a week. But the problem I have, nothing's ever open. Nothing is ever open. And although I'm off work now 10 days, out of them 10 days, we're covering Easter Monday. Easter Monday, things aren't going to be open. Good Friday, things are probably closed half day. I was up pricing wood today. They close at 12:30. Just getting stuff's the problem. I'm keeping the bed this way. I'm building a new bed. I'm keeping the bed this way. I'll be removing that radiator. I'm trying to do things where I don't have to bring in professional people. Moving that stub valve is going to cost a fortune. So what I've decided to do now, the men have put the stub valve out in the street. So I need to get a key for it. And I'm going to loosen that stub valve and turn it around so the tap's pointing in the way. And see the red line in the floor now? So that red line in the floor, that means I can box this wall in. But the problem I have then was, the whole idea, the bed's going to be higher than this. When I'm lying in my bed, I want to be able to see out into the garden. That's the idea. It's going to be a lovely garden, and it's going to be all wee greeny things blowing in the wind. See that wee tree swaying in the wind today? I want to see things swaying in the wind. I want to see things blowing. That's the idea. That part of the shed's coming away over there. So it's going to continue on. It's going to be decking. So the garden from here will look like it's going on underneath that shelter. And I'm going to get a wee L-shaped lounge and all out there. It's going to be all fancy. You're not going to be seeing crap like where it is now at the minute. So it left me then that you can imagine now you're sitting on the bed. The bed's higher up. Lovely view out in the garden. You have a better view in the garden because you're a bit higher up looking into the garden. Luna wants bed. You had to wait, Luna. But I want a TV as well. I've got the projector screen. At night time, that projector screen needs to be moved across a bit. I need to knock that wall down, or else take a wee bit out of the wall, allow the screen to go across. And so the projector screen, if I'm watching TV today, I don't want to put down a dark, I don't want to be sitting in the dark. The whole idea of this room is the light that's in it. And if I put a TV in the bottom of the bed, it's going to block out the view. Plus it gets in the way of the projector screen. So I want the best of both worlds. So I decided to get the TV to pop up. £3,000 for a bed for a pop-up TV. Where it comes with a TV for cheap TVs, a wee tiny TV, a cheap thing down in I don't know what you call that store. And I thought, well, can you buy the thing that put me on it was the bed had a remote control for the bed itself. The bed lifted up and down. You had a remote control for the TV, and then you had a remote control for the TV lift. You had 3 remote controls. And to me, it sounded like somebody's just pieced this thing together. And yet they're charging £3,000 and you still have to buy a mattress. So, it probably cost me about £100 to build my own bed. I have to make my bed so it can be taken away. Normally my bulk stuff is built in. The bed I have to be taken away. So when I get elderly, you can put a hospital bed here. And the problem with the TV, I was going to try and make the TV come out of the bottom of the bed the way they do in the shops. But then that means then it comes away with the bed. So this idea I'm doing now, I think might be the idea, but I don't know until I open this box, and this is what I'm getting to now. That is a mechanism for a pop-up TV. £290 on Amazon. It's made in Poland, so it means I have a European warranty, and with China, chance might go on fire. This here is the electrical pop-up part you get. Bought it on Amazon. You can get them for about £80-90, I think. Reasonable one, you're chatting £200. But that's all made in China. They all look complicated. This one looks simple. It's made in Poland, £290. And I need simple. Because the problem with simple usually needs a more powerful motor. It's radio controlled, so it can be boxed in. You don't have to have direct line of sight. Well, this red line is now was basically where I can box in these pipes. I want this mechanism to go as close to that wall as possible. Depending how low, now this one can be programmed to what height you want it to start up and down very easily. So that's what I like about it. If that stop valve is turned around, the TV in theory can go down as low as this and be in front, as long as the mechanism is slightly behind. And then whatever height it goes up, whatever size your TV is, I'm trying to hold it, whatever size your TV is. So what I'll do when I build this, I'm going to cut a piece of plywood roughly the size of a TV that I'll be putting on, and that'll show me then what height the top of this box is going to be and how low it can get to the floor. But you see the second line, dotted line. Now the chances when I put this on, it has to come out further. It won't fit behind that line. That's the minimum size I put in there. So I'm going to put a double radiator on this wall that I make. That's going to hide this. There's going to be a double radiator put on. A massive double radiator. Can't get one yet. They won't post in Northern Ireland, Brexit and all that. So I had to shop around for a radiator. I want a real big one. Idea being I'll run the oil heating a lot lower temperature and have a larger radiator. Same way to do with the heat pumps. And if you got a heat pump in, so that's the idea came from that. It has radiators, you hardly feel the heat. The house is roasting. So by having a massive radiator, imagine the elderly coming down here in a Zimmer frame and you wee bare legs. Old age pensioners don't feel heat. You don't want your bare legs getting scalded on a radiator. Run it lower temperature, a little bit bigger. I want the radiator the full length there. Like. I'm probably chatting £300-400 for a radiator. But I want this room to be cosy, warm, meant for retirement. So I'm going to open this up now, see what's inside here. And I say, I haven't ordered no wood yet. Until I get this built up, I don't even know if the bolts is on it, they bolted to the floor. That's the water pipes in the house going under the floor there. I don't know which direction this comes. Does it come from the front garden? Does it come from the back garden? Is it coming sideways? So I'm hoping they bolt this pretty close to the sewer pipe. That sewer pipe have to be filled in. The weird thing is, hear how hollow that floor is there. Because what they do is you've got a damp proof course underneath that. That's concrete there is only about that thick there really. Right, when they cemented the pipe in, that's probably over a foot thick. They just poured it down the hole. So that's why I tried it. I thought, well, would it chisel away? Nah, no chance. So until I actually get this and build it up, and I say, see what measurements it goes at. There's an electronic box comes with it. Oh, look at the way the puppy beads there, boys. There's a remote control. Look at that there, look. It's looking good already. Look at the wee keyring for the remote control, and that look nice there, boys. Aye. You wouldn't get that with a Chinese one there. Saying that the keyring's probably made in China. But warranty card. See, you don't get things like that in China. Serial number and everything on it, boys. It's looking good already. It's looking good. It's the European Union here, boys. European Union. Remember to use lift. Please remember to use lift the way it was designed to. So I heard some people putting reviews on, they attached mirrors onto them. And it sounded a bit noisy. A mirror's light, you see. It's probably got a big ram they push up and it's making more noise than it should. You should not use this lift for lifting units different than flat TV screens. So that's probably what's putting in reviews. Oh, they're making a bit of noise lifting my mirror up. It's not designed for mirrors. But see, if you want a mirror lifted up, you're not going to get a device to lift up mirrors, are you? You're going to have to use something else. I'll tell you what, as far as opening the box experience, you can't see very much in here. Oh, there's a plug, 13 amp plug. So there's a control unit there in our cell. One review showed the boy had broke the wee thing off. I say he broke it off himself, you know. Said, oh, bother hanging this thing up. The thing is missing. I say he broke it himself. You know. So, for what I see, something goes this way. Records, RC set, up, down, set up. So I'd imagine you push set up, put it up the way you want it, then push set. Put it down where you want it, push set, and that'll be it. That's what I'm presuming. Now how much electricity is this going to cost me to run here? 5 amps. It's got a serial number and everything. It's looking good, Now this is one thing. This is they've all got this on it, which I've never seen this in anything I've ever bought before. See when you put your TV up, 1 minute on. Now depending on how long it takes your TV, if that's running a minute, you're not to use it for a further 9 minutes. Overheat. So, you know, you imagine somebody goes to an ideal home exhibition and they up and down, up and down, up and down. It's not designed to do that. It will burn out. So that's the muck. It's pretty heavy, that. Pretty heavy. plastic, but it's heavy. There must be a deluxe model that's got a second port on it. This wee box has been used for different items. The majority of the weight's at the top half. I have to pull this up here now, but I didn't expect it. Hey, I tell you what, there's a good lot of metal in that there, boys. She's a quite weight. She's feeling good. Them's all nice and heavy there. So there's the actual ram bit. That's why it's so simple looking. A lot of them are very complicated. So it's got a like a crane. You know, a crane. And that's why it can look so simple. It's going to be a mess running up this house here. There's a bracket there. So I'm hoping I don't have to bolt it to a wall. So that's the main thing you get. You don't know these things. But that there is heavy there, boys. That. Oh, look at the big motor in that there, boys. Oh, fuck. Look at the big motor in that. See, I mean, simple. She's got a big ram on her. She just rams that up there. Hey, some height that there, boys. There's some width in it. So there's the cables that go to the wee control box. I've only got one hand doing this, like. Some boys that might get skills and weigh that, you know. See, my skills haven't been used in years. I don't weigh myself. But I have a set there somewhere. But she's substantial. Look, nice thick metal there, boys. Real thick metal there. It's looking good. It's got wee labels and all on it. So this must be the TV part here now. That's the brackets to make up your TV. That's the screen on the TV itself. So there has to be a wee yarn there. There has to be yarn there, look. That there must go on there somewhere. It's a real weight. Everything's pretty heavy. There's 2 holes there, but they line up with them 2 holes. So if that goes on like that there, and then that hangs, you can't get simpler than that. The only thing this is worrying me about, am I going to have to bolt that to a wall there? It's not very convenient for me to bolt that to a wall. But, anything else in there? You can throw stuff out there. So that's the wee bolts on now for your TV. I've never seen anybody else packaging this, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to put that in their bag and reuse that somewhere, sometime. You can do it at a wedding. I think that's everything now out of the box. I'll not be chucking nothing out. This thing's bulk in case there's something missing. But look, it's handy carrying that way. If I can bolt that on there now, look. But bear in mind the TV's going to be sitting in front of this. The TV's going to be sitting out. I see those. I might have to rejiggle some of these pipes here. You know, I can't. It's not to say I can't rejiggle pipes. I can't go under the floor. And by getting this, I find out where we put her. I can't exactly bolt it on now with the sewer pipe is herself. It's just a pity the amount of pipes is there, isn't it, at the back? But see, I would have thought people are putting this. Now you know what it is, but you screw it to the wood. So normally you'd make a wooden box. You screw it to the wooden box because that's it. You wouldn't always be able to screw it to a wall. So I can just put if I keep it out there now, I can put a block of wood there and bolt it onto the block of wood. That'll solve that problem. But I want it on down this way, but so where's the holes in that bottom bit there? Holes aren't very big, you know. In theory, I could put it right over that sewer pipe because there's no bolts going in there. That sewer pipe can be filled up with concrete. That's just about, that was for the kitchen drain. That's just going straight down into the bus there. That's going way down below there, boys. That's where bad boys go. Bad boys go down there. So I'll get that cemented up and maybe put that directly over the top of that. The screws are on each side. And that pipe doesn't need to be there. That pipe can come away. I could replace that bit of pipe there, put a T-joint on, link that on there to the T-joint and take the other pipe straight through the wall to my new shower. So that'll be a lot lower. Doesn't have to be that height. And then this pipe here can have a wee 90-degree bend put on and divert that down. So the two new pipes will be down here, and then bolt that on up above it. That's the outdoor tap, that'll come away. Got a new outdoor tap. So it wouldn't take much to rejiggle that. So I need to find out now how thick a TV is, how thick the whole cabinet has to be. Ideally, you'd want it back as close to the wall as possible. But I can always raise the floor up too, you know, if she's bolted to the wall, I can always raise the floor up over them pipes. We'll see what height, that's why I need to get it, see what I'm going to do. Try and error here, but until you actually get in your hand, see what it's like in the space. But technically speaking, that's the top of the TV. That's the very, very top of the TV is lower than that. So if that's sat there now, the top of this cabinet will be about here, which is ideally as far as the radio goes. I'm going to bolt it too, so ideally it would have been out from the wall slightly. And I want the curtain to go slightly behind this unit, but I don't want it completely open. When the projector blind comes down, I want the projector blind to go down behind the unit. It stops wobbling. Slam doors and stuff, it stops screens wobbling. When it goes down behind. Cold drafts come down and go off to the side. Luna, did you get your duns today, did you, pet? I don't think you got your duns. Oh, he's stretchy. Will we see if we get any wee duns, will we? Luna loves this room here. She loves this room. There, just outside this window. One's outside, yes, very dangerous. You could get suffocated. You actually, I was only turned on there about 10 minutes. You see as it actually comes sitting up the window. I put a carbon monoxide detector in here just to see. But this is my report I got last year. And I knew it was high efficiency. It's a condensing boiler. But they were saying on YouTube, can't mind the name of the channel, they were saying if you reduce the low price, the flow temperature, if you adjust the flow temperature on the boiler, they run more efficiently, these condensing boilers. Now that's an oil condensing boiler, it's not gas. Luna, what are you eating? She's eating the foam, is she? Luna, what are you going to be shouting, Luna? You just can't stop eating. Luna, you can't be eating. God. Luna, no eating, that's dangerous. Dangerous. That's going to block your bum up. I gotta get that cat up now, look. Luna, no eat, look. She's dropped it now. She's had that there in her mouth. That's what I have to live with there, like. I have to live with that. Sticky. That is sticky now. Dangerous. No, that's dangerous. Dangerous. I'll go back there where we were, look. Well, that doesn't really mean a lot to me, like. That's the bit I want there. 97.2% efficient. So, any steam that you see coming out of there, 97, if every £100 I put in the oil tank, £97 comes out as heat, and £2.80 comes out there as heat. £2.80 and every £100 comes out of that chimney as heat. Gas temperature 61, CO 37 parts per million. But I'll have a carbon monoxide detector in here now. I don't think it's going to be a problem. The old burner, I would never put a burner there. That was the old people had a burner there. Big chimney stack, dangerous thing. Had the oil tank and all sitting at the back door. But it's too hard shifting it. It cost me £1,200 that when I got it. Plumber was going to charge me £3,000 to put one in. And the thing is, the boy who put that in for me is only 44 years old, and he was buried last week. Cancer. He did a wee thing for me through his father's business, where I bought it for £1,200, put in the boot of my car, but I paid his father. His father claimed back the VAT, and he went off on a holiday. So he got about £200 as the taxpayer. But had I went to a proper plumber, they would have charged me £3,000, and the government would have given me £1,000 grant. So although the government has done out £230 in tax, we've actually saved them £770 by not doing it the proper way. So everybody's happy. Taxpayer wins, I win, and he got a holiday. But there he is now, buried last week. There's the wee key fob. You know the thing is, it's just plastic, but the plastic probably feels cheaper because of the quality of the keyring. The keyring's heavy. The only thing is, like, see, I'm using this in the bedroom. If you're in a bedroom where it needs to be a nut, it's handy to have a group big remote control so it doesn't get lost. But this, they're probably thinking living room. But I think most people use these in the bedroom. A big remote control, big AA batteries are easier to find. The warranty card is an actual card. When's the last time you get or actually warranty card that's made of cardboard? But I brought through Amazon now, so no problem there. The wee leaflet, which I think's a good idea. What's it? That's the Polish on that side, I presume, and the English on this side. And it's a wee questionnaire. We take manufacturing and developing products seriously, which is why I would love to know your opinion. If I had a wee opinion, make this bigger for bedrooms. Not because it has to be, it's just purely for finding it. So there's the thing itself then out. How much simpler could you get than that? And that's what I liked about it. A lot of other ones were very complicated. So you see in the bottom there's your motor. You got your big ram and the bar across. So that ram there just lifts up and down. And then TV hangs from it. You can't get much simpler design. But simple doesn't mean cheap. Simple means strength. I'm going by the thickness of that metal there. It's just pretty strong, pretty thick metal. Had a wee look at the instructions, not the easiest, you know, because I'll tell you what it is. They have given screws here to hold the TV along with the screws that bolt the bracket together. But then on the other bracket that screws it to the wall, they've given extra screws, which have nothing to do with that being on a wall. So it's just how they package the screws can be a wee bit misleading. When I'm looking at this here now, there's the wee screw that fits that hole there, and the holes are threaded. So two deep ones go in there. Put these to the side now. That's one of them, two of them, and these two big long ones. I like the way it goes in. You see this bracket here's got the slot. It's not just held on with screws, it's held on with this as well. So if I stick this on now, you've got them two screw holes on top and the two screw holes there. It's 4 screws, but the way that it's made, the way that slots in, I'm doing this with one hand, like, and holding a phone. I need a camera crew. The screws themselves aren't taking the weight. The screws are just holding it, which is a good design. But the only thing that's puzzling me here, now these might come in it. What is it? I haven't seen nothing to tell me. These wee brackets. For what I know about doing other TV brackets, these here hang on here pretty simply. And you can adjust them depending where your TV's going. But if it's on a box and the TV's right size, it can't fall off if your brackets. But if your brackets are at the edge of that, if your brackets are at the edge, you see the wee holes there? You'd want a wee screw in there to stop that falling off. In fact, I know what it is now. These wee brackets here screw on the side of there, and there's something missing. So them wee ones are screw on there, and that stops the bracket lifting away. But even at that, you would need wee stop screws. So I'm going to go ahead now and screw this on here. But it's just funny how they use 2 different packs. Now, it's 3 Allen keys with this thing, 3 Allen keys. You watch it over tighten them like. You could easily over tighten with them Allen keys there. These wee boys here are a bit fittery. It's not the same size Allen key. Got that there, boys. So that part there is very well. It tells you to screw it, because this is meant to go inside a cabinet that you build yourself. I'll be building the cabinet around it, but it's also going to box in. What I'm going to do here, see that plaster? I'm taking the plaster off that wall. That plaster there is needing an inch thick in places. I'm taking the plaster off the whole wall and I'm putting on plasterboard that has insulation on it. That board, what we call it, Quinn mix. So I'm going to insulate that wall from behind. And I'm going to have to put vents in this thing as well to let heat out of it, because a certain amount of heat from the radio is going to pass into it, under the TV. So I might have to put insulation on the back of the board as well, in front of the TV, so inside the box doesn't get too warm. Them I feel more confident tightening them up that tight without it ringing. Them ones there, I'd be cautious over tightening them. I feel like I could ring it. These wee brackets hang on there now, so to keep that bracket on, we open up this wee pack. I'm doing this with one hand, boys. And these are adjustable then. So what you do with them now is you screw them on with wee screws at the side. And after your TV's screwed on, you slide it up. Now, if by chance your TV's too low and hits the floor, it won't fall off, because that'll stop the mechanism moving. So we'll screw these on here now, the wee tiny screws here. It's going to be wee small ones for that there. So there's the wee screws going there now. You see that can slide. The only thing I was thinking, I think that might have been better with Allen keys, because by the time you, depends what size you build your cabinet, but the TV will be a lot wider. It's just like, I thought maybe we Allen key. I know once it goes together and attach the TV on it, but you think it might be handier actually putting on, you see the idea here now, tighten them up too much. It's tighten too much. Don't know my own strength at times. I leave them loose. So you put this on the TV first. The TV's attached onto this. Then you hang your TV on top of this. And once the TV's hung on, you slide these up. So the way it works is quite alright. Is that up? Is that up? It's go up a wee bit. In fact, you know what? It doesn't go up anymore. Because it allows you to slide it. So it's not going dead tight. So it still allows you to slide it. But and then you'd have your TV would be on place here. So depending on the shape of your TV, how much room you have for a screwdriver, I imagine this should be alright. Should be alright with a screwdriver. But there should still be something here to stop this falling off. There's nothing stopping this falling off. I don't see no screws to go in there or pins. I've got a self-tapper right there. If they don't give nothing here for it, I'll be putting a wee screw in there so it doesn't slide off. I say, if that was a wall bracket up on the wall, you need to have something there. With this being in a cabinet, it could be your TV, the cabinet's the right size. My cabinet's going to be much bigger. So I'm going to put something there to stop it falling off. No screws are small enough for it. Them's all the spacers now for your TV. Depending on the shape of your TV. They go along with them big nuts and all. Some TVs are already come where the screws wet. So the majority of them screws in the pack, that's for mounting the TV onto these brackets themselves. And there's the other one the same way. So you know what, it's simple enough, like, simple enough. It's just a pity now that I can't go hang the TV on. Saying that, you can put them on the inside as well. So if you have a small TV, for instance, nobody's going to have a TV that size nowadays, but if you did, you could put it on the inside and tighten it up to a wee narrow box. Because although they say don't mount anything else on it, you know people will. There's the bracket now, attach it to the wall. So what I might do now, I don't know, I might start chipping off some of that plaster. I'll get a piece of plywood now to represent the TV, and I'm going to screw a piece of plywood onto this, although it's the TV itself. We'll get it hooked up and going, and see how it fits on the wall, what height it goes up to, how low it goes down, and take it from there. Bit of plywood now. I'm just looking there, them brackets should go the whole way up, but because of the paint on it or whatever, it's a very tight fit. So imagine you have to have a wee tap of the hammer. A wee tap of the hammer to spread out a wee bit, so it's just a wee bit over tight. That's about the first flaw I've seen, really. So a wee tap of the hammer, get it up tight, then put in your two screws. That's as tight there as it goes up. There's still a wee gap But because I had a wee bump with a hammer, see how tight it is in that wee corner? You can't really slide it now. You have to have it a tap to slide. You might take off some of your paint. So I think maybe just get an angle grinder and take a wee bit off that bracket to allow better movement. It works anyway. So get an idea what height it goes to. This needs a longer, the light shine on the windows. So see what the maximum height is. It's quite high, but just going to wobble and fall over. Hi, that's pretty good there, boys. That's pretty good. Look at the height of that there. People want to know how high it goes. Now, bear in mind, your TV's higher than that. Your TV would be, that goes in the back of the TV, so your TV could be up to there. It doesn't have to go that height. This wee catch here, that's to hit your, if you've got a wooden top on, covering your cabinet up, and you know where the wooden top has a wee door. So that hits the door before the TV hits it. That's the idea of that. So in fact, you know what? The TV won't be much higher than that. Or what? I don't know. Need to check the instructions again. Because that has to hit. Now because it's further back, the TV, we'll see what finds out. We'll find out. But where's my tape measure now? Find out what height this is. So it's over 4.5 feet. See, try and do things with one hand. I should have been an octopus. Almost 56 inches. 140 centimetres. 142 centimetres. And if you want to know how long it takes to go up and down, you can time it yourselves. I'm not going to do that hassle, but I'll put it down now. We'll go 3, 2, 1 and you can start your wee stopwatches like. At least this here now, it's going down now, boys. 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. And imagine with a big heavy TV on it to make it run a bit quicker. The wee click, that's the wee switch it had. I thought about it, and I just sort of stopped. Wee click, wee micro switch in there somewhere. The only thing, if something was, now something shouldn't get caught underneath it, because bearing in mind that this is inside a cabinet normally. I'll just see. I'm doing this because people want to know. People want to know, what if a wee pussycat was to go underneath it? Will the say the pussycat jumps into the cabinet, and the cabinet's open. Look, the wee cat's underneath now. Stupid wee pussycat. But I'm scared it done, so she did. The wee cat's hiding in there, and somebody goes to put down the thing. I have to hold it down my foot because this bracket's going to want to pick up. Will the stand stop like a car window, or will it stab the pussycat in the head? We'll find out now. This is why I make these videos, so other ones don't have to go to this expense. Oh, the cat's going to die. The cat's going to die. If you put a cat underneath, it's dead. That thing ain't going to come out. So I think just make sure your dogs don't scare cats inside the cabinet. I think that's about it. And so it's got the wee controls here as well, if you lose the key fob. So I'd imagine I'll chain that to the bed, chain it. I'll run a wee chain to that to the bed. I remember when I was at school, our locker keys used to have about a metre chain in our pocket onto our trousers. Just make sure we wouldn't use a locker key. So I'll chain that to the bed and then not get lost. And if I'm walking past, I can push the wee buttons here